What's up, everyone? Tommy Marquez here with Matt Fraser, a reigning two-time CrossFit Games champion. Once again, we're answering your guys' questions that you post on social media via Facebook and Instagram. We filtered out all the bad ones. You ready for some questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, first off, Brandon Luckett wants to know, what does your off-season look like? Do you dial back volume intensity? And if so, when do you start ramping it up?
Probably for a month after the games, I pretty much just check out, it's the time to get all the traveling in, do all the stuff that I wanted to do all year but didn't want to leave home. But yeah, there's definitely a couple of weeks where it's like next to no training, dial back the intensity, the games are just like a shock to the body, so it's like kind of turn everything off for a little while, recoup. But starting to get back into it now, start to do some more intense, stuff that hurts.
A fun question here from Richard Burnham. He asks, would you rather give up CrossFit or Vermont maple syrup?
Oh, that's easy. Vermont maple syrup.
Oh, all right. You're not a fan?
Oh no, I'm a huge fan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we have a couple friends that tap and boil themselves, and so
cool.
we get the quality stuff right from the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
So that's in the coffee most mornings.
Right on. Can't blame you for that. This one's from Facebook. It's from David Moore. What's the one WOD and or movement that you dread seeing on the whiteboard?
That usually changes. Like I'd say month to month. As soon as I realize there's something that like I see the workout, I'm like, oh man, I don't want to do that. Well, that's pretty much what my next 30 days is going to consist of, is just that. So it depends what month you catch me in, what I think my weakness is at that time.
Mm-hmm. Right on. Yeah. And so this one kind of plays into that. Tegan Fletcher asks, what recovery tool or method could you not live without?
I don't think I could do it without Sammy. It's when a little something starts building up. We have some scraping tools and stuff like that, and so just even light massage after a long day of training. Netflix is on, food's eaten, and then I'm just laying on the floor, and she's kind of doing body work on me. So between her and the Complex, I've been using the Complex a lot lately. It just helps stretch the things that are just tough to stretch. So like after the 16 games, my ankles were in a bad spot. Couldn't go below parallel because knees tracking forward, and it was like 2 sessions with the Complex and like boom, fixed. Nice. So that I have to give credit where credit's due, and that thing kind of saved my ass last year.
This is another fun one. Alex Fernandez says, is the chest hair the secret to victory in CrossFit?
Probably not. It definitely makes you less aerodynamic. I'm definitely pulling a couple extra pounds of resistance when I'm swimming, so I definitely wouldn't suggest it.
But it looks good, right?
Oh, I think it looks great.
That's what's important. You look good, you train good, right? So Justin McKinnon, this one's from Facebook, asks, what's the biggest key to building the ability to perform while fatigued? So put in parentheses, mental endurance.
That was the thing that I really struggled with in the beginning. Like fresh, I could do, say, like 50 unbroken pull-ups, no problem. But then as soon as my heart rate was up and I was breathing hard, I was doing sets of 5. So the way I fixed that was I would get out of breath and then do pull-ups, and then get out of breath again, do more pull-ups. If you have trouble doing stuff while you're fatigued, well, get fatigued and start practicing.
Cheyenne Vogel this is an interesting question. How do you and Sammy find time to be good partners and spend time with family? And I think this is within the context of busy schedule, training and stuff like that.
In terms of like spending time with each other, that's super simple. We live together, we see each other all day, every day. Even when I leave to go to the gym, most of the time we're there together. Home gym, we'll throw down together. So that's super easy. I mean, we get to spend all day, every day with each other. Working in time with the family, that's a little more tricky. Luckily enough, we live with my family, so we see them plenty. But then her family, a couple hours away, and during the competition season, it's a little tough because I don't leave home. But then as soon as competition's over, it's like we went down, spent a week down with her family, getting to spend some quality time.
Cool. Another fun one. Sean Bullard asks, which Super Troopers character do you most relate to?
Oh my God.
He says, answer right meow.
Oh, God. I hate to say it, but Farva, you know?
I know, I was gonna say it's all good. I mean,
just taking things too far and just being too excited for stuff, you know. That's God, I hate being Farva.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with getting too excited for stuff. I think that's why he's like one of the most popular characters.
Yeah.
He makes the movie. Last question we got here from Joel Wilkinson. He says, I had back surgery 2 years ago. I'm just starting to see some strength gains. How long did it take you, and how did you get around the pain days and the fear of re-injury?
Oh, man. Yeah, so this is one that I respond to a lot on, the Facebook, and purely because I wish I had someone when I went through it to tell me, like, hey, it's going to be all right, like, give it time. So when I had my surgery, it was kind of experimental surgery, 50-50 chance of it working. But thankfully it did work, and I was literally 1 year to the day from surgery that I hit my old numbers. So like 130 kilo snatch, and I think it was like a 155 kilo clean and jerk. But that was coming back way too quickly. I put myself in some very risky situations of thinking that I re-broke my back. So if I could go back and do it again, I would have stretched that recovery out over a year and a half, 2 years, just give it time, In the grand scheme of things, what's that extra month of kind of taking it easy? Those pain days were really, really played on me mentally, like I'd be training and hear my back crack, and I'm like, was that just my back cracking, or did one of the bones let go? So I definitely had, in the first couple months of recovery, I had a couple runs to the hospital, get some re-x-rays done, send them back to the surgeon, be like, dude, did I re-break it? Is everything okay? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just your body needs time to heal. That's the biggest thing, I tried to rush back and talking to doctors, I was like, what are you doing? Like, you're trying to shave a week off your recovery, but like, you're putting yourself in such a risky position. Just take the extra week, the extra month, like, give it time. But then once I came back, really focusing in on building the muscles all around that, just to have a more secure base, kind of have that permanent weight belt on there to really help out.
Well, Matt, that's all I got from social media. Thanks for stopping by and answering everyone's questions.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Be on the lookout for another interview that we got coming to you guys with Matt, just catching up on everything post-games related and see what he's up to recently. If you guys haven't already, head over to the game site, grab a buddy, and register for the team series. We've got that coming up in just a few short days. You can sign up for that, and as well as get the rest of our media at games.crossfit.com.